Good day, viewers and listeners, and welcome to the Progress Report. In this episode, we will look at President Dr. Irfaan Ali's recent engagement with the local media corps, where he highlighted his administration's achievements thus far and priority areas. The President said his government continues to implement action-oriented policies using both qualitative and quantitative data that are enabling the country's rapid growth, supported by strong foreign policies.
This morning I want to go through some qualitative analysis of the achievements of this government thus far. Achievements that are people-centered, policies that are people-centered. The areas of focus this morning will be situating our current situation in a global context, foreign policy, the climate agenda, healthcare, education, food security, economy and livelihood, housing, water, oil and gas, and our current policy agenda. That is, policy issues engaging the attention of Cabinet. In relation to foreign policy, the government over the last 3 years has worked tirelessly to position Guyana in the international, hemispheric, and regional community as a global leader on food security, climate security, energy security, and human development. Indeed, we had to overcome the negative consequences of a group of people trying to steal an election and derail democracy, where the credibility of our country was damaged. That took time and effort. Our objective in relation to foreign policy are as follows. First, to safeguard our nation's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and in this regard, to pursue every peaceful path under the Charter of the United Nations and international law to do so. This is why we have followed the recommendation of the UN Secretary General to submit the contentious claim of our neighbor, Venezuela, to the International Court of Justice. We have pursued these paths steadily and firmly, and in the course of our responsible behavior, we have won many friends and supporters. Our relations with Suriname have improved to the point of solid economic cooperation that benefit both peoples of both countries, the people of both countries. The fact that both the government of Guyana and Suriname have chosen quiet but constant diplomacy to continuously explore ways to peacefully resolve issues should not be mistaken for neglect. Our second objective is to win and maintain respect for our nation in the global community through our unwavering support for the principles set out in the Charter of the United Nations. Those principles embrace upholding human rights and fundamental freedoms, including non-discrimination, maintaining international peace and security, developing friendly relations amongst nations, contributing to international cooperation to solve international issues, and honoring our obligation to obey the UN Charter, to cooperate with the UN Security Council, and to pursue peaceful means to resolve conflicts. Guyana's elections last month to serve for 2 years, beginning in January 1st, 2024, as a member of the United Nations Security Council is clear evidence of our success in achieving broad respect for our nation and the influential role we can play in the world. It is notable that we were elected by 191 of the 192 nations represented in the UN General Assembly. This tells his story. I also note the many economic cooperation agreements we have concluded in a variety of key areas with leading nations in Africa, Asia, the Middle East, Europe, and North America. These agreements will advance tourism, commercial transactions, the export of goods and services, investment in energy, manufacturing, and agricultural sectors, the creation of new employment, as well as the enhancement of education and health facilities. CARICOM is the most effective vehicle for the joint expression and pursuit of common Caribbean concerns in the international community. Each of our countries is stronger for the support of all the others. Further, the deeper economic integration within CARICOM offers the opportunity for the economic advancement of all in trade, in joint institutions, and in providing wider opportunities and markets for individuals and businesses. We envisage the time when road networks will open to all of Latin America, beginning with connections through Brazil, with which we continue to explore deeper relations. Our sixth objective is to obtain for Guyana and all Guyanese a place of respect and regard in the international community, such that we can contribute to influence global decision-making for good and better. We have set our feet firmly on that path, and the evidence of our success can be seen in the extensive lists of heads of government and foreign ministers from influential nations that have come to Guyana and with whom I have had bilateral engagement. In relation to heads of state, prime ministers, and leaders, global leaders, I have had direct engagement with more than 70. We have signed more than 60 international MOUs, a service agreement, and joint communique. This success can also be gauged by the many heads of international institutions who have come to Guyana for official discussions, including the Secretaries General of the UN, the Commonwealth, the Organization of American States, and the Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization. The world leaders and more leaders are coming to Guyana because they believe that we can contribute to leadership in the world and to the pursuit of a peaceful and economically stable world. My government intends to live up to their expectations by ensuring that Guyana plays a full part in fashioning an international system that is fair and just. And the results of our action-oriented foreign policy speaks for itself.
Until next time, I am Vivekanand Rajkumar.